Why is our mindset so narrow? We can't tolerate it. When others benefit, we feel jealous. When others make mistakes, we laugh at them, taking pleasure in their misfortune. What kind of mindset is this? It's a confused and upside-down heart. This kind of mindset creates karma that leads to the three unwholesome paths. One can't attain any of the three good paths. Why do these things? The ancients said that suffering a loss is a blessing, and it's truly not a lie. Suffering a loss is others bullying us. Others are mocking us. They repay us with insults. Being able to be tolerant is a blessing. Why can we be tolerant? All phenomena are unattainable. All forms are a form of learning. As long as we have no distinctions and no pointing out, then we can be tolerant. When we have distinctions and perceptions, we cannot be tolerant. Without tolerance, conflict arises. Conflict leads to endless retaliation. Then that would lead to a huge mistake. What are the benefits of learning Buddhism? It's about clarifying and understanding these matters. Living a life of utmost happiness means being tolerant and not holding grudges against others. Why is that? Because everything is an illusion. He admires me. Praise isn't genuine, so there's no need to be pleased. Insulting me, slandering me, and harming me are also false. Don't accept it. If you accept it, you'll suffer. If you don't accept it, it's good. Not accepting means he creates his own karma, and I'm fine. Don't accept it. What we accept every day is the teachings of Buddhism. Is it the ministers being accepted? Every day we gather with the blessings of the Tathagata and the great bodhisattvas. Reading the classics is like living together with them. Accept their teachings. Increase our wisdom and virtue. This life. Be happy and more at ease. Forgive all beings. Be like the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. The Buddha and Bodhisattvas see all beings, creating karma. Social security. Cultivate compassion, empathy, and kindness. Do we still need to save them? We also need to help them escape from the sea of suffering. What is this matter of duty? What should be done? These people are confused and pitiful. They were originally enlightened beings. Why has it come to this? Lust. How did I get lost? Yes, I got lost. Without self, I don't understand. Yes, I still have it in my inscription. How could you not be lost? Mother gets the change. I've got your little pigtail, pulling you along. Lee Haoman is come to flatter you. You've been fooled. You led him along, and now he'll come to support you more. You're fine on your own. You can't leave him now. What does he ask you to do? You obediently listen and get fooled. Creating those karmas. In the blink of an eye, you end up in hell. He's sending you to hell, not to heaven. You can't be unaware. Just in these recent years. It'll be another 2-3 years. These monsters and demons are running rampant. That is to say, they're caught when it reaches its peak. There are so many amazing things. Those who can't resist temptation have all been fooled. A true cultivator. It's unavoidable. Why? Do you still have a selfish thought? You can't escape its grasp. Known as the demon's hand. The only way. Read it closely. I've practiced Buddhism for 60 years. I've seen a lot, you know. I see it very clearly. Why didn't I follow him, reading scriptures every day and explaining them every day? When you speak to others, you're really speaking to yourself. The benefits you gain for yourself are greater than those of others. Others might at most gain a third, while you at least gain 7 parts. So although this matter is said to be about benefiting oneself and others, to be honest, it's really about self-interest. Benefiting others is very rare, just a tiny fraction. The intelligence has increased. Self-reliance will definitely lead to something. Keep your thoughts focused and strive for improvement. The state of being will manifest. If you remain still, that's determination, seeing clearly and understanding fully. That's wisdom. Both domestically and internationally, many people want to invite me to reside permanently in his place. They've built a temple for me. It's magnificent. Should I go or not? I tell myself why I shouldn't go. I don't have that much good fortune. Why? The righteous path is flourishing. It must come first. The people are blessed. The country is blessed, and the world is blessed. Only then do we have blessings. If there are no blessings, we have blessings. Disaster is coming. We are not here to enjoy blessings. I am suffering from disaster. A few classmates from the north came to see me. They even drew a picture for me to see. In the future, at the Wheel of Dharma. They left this morning, without me seeing them. When I woke up this morning, I had an awakening. A great Dharma hall can be built, but how should it be constructed? All using yurts, right? Don't build houses, right? A vast grassland, with a wall built around it. This is the Dharma hall, with a large hall built inside. Those who worship Buddha in the hall can't go out. Only those with great merit can all live in yurts. You see, if there are 1,000 yurts, and each yurt accommodates 10 people, that's 10,000 people. This is fantastic. People's hearts are truly on the path. Life should be simple. A bit of hardship is good. Suffering makes it easier to attain enlightenment. When living in these luxurious palaces and buildings, people don't want to leave. Amitabha, coming to see you is quite nice. I don't want to go. Living in this place is truly simple. Amitabha, hello, let's hurry and go. That's right. You see, the world-honored one never acknowledged buildings during his time. We can stay under a tree for one night and have a 3-hour daybreak in Mongolia. We can't live like Shakyamuni Buddha. Our bodies can't handle it. We'll stay under the tree for one night and then go to the ICU tomorrow. Who knows where we might end up in a couple of days. So if we set up a tent, the Buddha might nod in approval, appreciating the grandeur of luxurious palaces, but he wouldn't endorse that kind of practice. So this little house of ours today is something special. This blessing is quite significant. We shouldn't go overboard. Going overboard isn't a good thing. It's not a fortunate matter. A bonus. Chanting the Buddha's name. Very good. The age of decline. The couplet says it well. There's nothing better than chanting the Buddha's name. This life is fundamentally about entering this Dharma door. So when I saw the drawing of the temple they made, it suddenly reminded me. We've just put up 2 little yurts on our roof. Can I ask how much this yurt costs? It's 1,200 yuan. All right. How long can you stay? You can stay for 5 years. It's going pretty well now. They told me. There's a layer of white cloth on top. It's waterproof and some proof that can be replaced every 3 years. Then you can stay for another 3 years. Accepting support from others. Food and clothing from the past. It can include a small yurt. Not too big. This ancient castle in Xiamen can accommodate 3 to 4 people. 4 people make a little divine group. 400 people, that's a great divine group. 400 people with each yurt, accommodating 4 people as the standard. Buddhism promotes communal living. It doesn't advocate for individuals living alone. Why live alone? If no one sees you, you might become complacent and lazy. With 4 people, it's a bit awkward to rely on each other. We supervise one another. Do your homework according to a schedule. Listen to the chanting. Recite the Buddha's name. You don't have to go outside. Just reciting Buddha's name around the Mongolian fortress for 1,000 years is enough. This method is good and should be promoted. This is the new temple of the new era.